Hi everyone, today I'm going to show you how to build the Koopa go-kart from my LEGO Super Mario Kart MOC. I'll pause here if you need to get the parts list on the right side there. Otherwise I'll go ahead and walk you through the build. Alright, so we start out with just a pair of 2x4 plates and a 2x6 gray plate. These are not actually connected to each other, so just laying them out for this step. And then the next step starts to build it up with 2x8. All these parts are light bluish gray. And then two of these 2x4 wedge plates, 1x4 in the back, and then two 1x1 bricks with stud on the side, which is going to connect to the front bumper. Next, we add the 2x2 plates with axles on them. Some more plates there for the main body sides. And then we start to get into the decorative tiles on the top. We'll have these medium azure pieces, which match, I think, very well some of the game artwork. So we'll get a couple bows on there, a couple small plates up there, 1x1s on the front, 2x2s, 1x1. I also add a 1x2 plate here, which is going to be part of the support for the kind of steering wheel and steering column area. So let's show you building it up. And then this is kind of interesting. I put a green 2x2 plate here, and then there's going to be a round one on top of it. And what this is for is to represent Koopa's feet. Because the actual feet piece, which is molded quite nicely from the sets that have Koopa in it, unfortunately it's actually wider and I think a little bit longer than 2x2 a 2x2 brick, so it doesn't actually fit in between the plates on the sides. So rather than make the whole thing larger and complexities of that, I decided to just put these couple green plates there that represent his feet close enough. You don't really see them that clearly once it's all assembled. So that's the reasoning for that. Alright, so there you see the top part of that, and then the Koopa's main body will stand on there. Add a few jumper plates in the front, and start building up the engine in the back with some dark bluish gray plates. You can see the engine, a couple cheese slopes on there, and then adding the clip that will hold the steering wheel and some slopes. Here, make sure you put this 1x1 light gray plate underneath the slope. Not super obvious, but that kind of gives it a smooth connection to the front bumper once that's in place. And then a little green cheese slope to kind of finish it out. This is where his emblem would be for Koopa. And then put the kind of seat back and a couple hinges that are going to be the base of the engine, and also this plate with bars to support the steering wheel. Add a jumper up here for the steering wheel, and two black hinge pieces, or they could be other colors, so the dark gray would work pretty well as well. Alright, then add the steering wheel up there. I'll talk at the very end about some alternate coloring that could be done, including the steering wheel. Also add these basically cylinder heads. Nice to use a flat silver piece if you have it, but dark gray is pretty close as well. Then put 4 taps around, so that this cart actually has a 4 exhausts, unlike the 2 on Mario's cart. And then there's these rods with clips on there to give the kind of header pipe to the exhaust. Some common black cylinders for the expansion chamber of the exhaust. I mean, I kind of picture this as being a two-stroke engine, so I think it was an expansion chamber, but it could just be a muffler. And then extend the exhaust a little bit with some 1x1 round black plates. And finally, the tips, which are yellow. So this is like Mario's Kart, but I'll show at the end some game artwork which actually shows a different coloring for this. So that, along with the steering wheel, could be changed to be a little more game accurate. But this is what it looks like in my mock, how I originally created it. Alright, so the next part is to add on this front bumper piece in medium Azure again. So this is a submodel, so I'll jump over to that. It's a very simple one. Basically, 1x3 and 1x4 plates. Click those together. Add a 1x1 tile and a 1x1 plate. And then the 1x3 curved bow or slope piece there. And that's it. That makes the half of the bumper. So you're going to build up two of those. Put one on the side here, and then a 1x3 white brick, which makes the kind of center stripe. And then you're just going to put another bumper piece on the other side, right? And then you've got basically the cart except for the wheels. And last step is just put the wheels on there. Light gray wheels is accurate to the game, unlike the yellow on Mario's Kart. And these very common wheel and tires, so easy parts to find. And that's the completed cart. And then you would just take your Koopa, take his feet off, and sit him on there. Now, lastly, I'll show you an alternate possibility for the color scheme. So this is how I originally built it in actual bricks. But this is a way you could do it, which, looking at the concept art again, this is the concept art I used. Not quite a screenshot from the game, but some artwork. It's actually, the exhaust is actually black and gray, and the steering wheel is actually black. So this bottom one would be a little bit more accurate. But up to you what you think looks better. I think they both look pretty good. Well, thanks everyone for watching. Hope you enjoy. Hope you get to build yourself.